Bring on the real food.
Now, if you saw our series on sweatshop shame, you already know the horrible conditions some garment workers say they have to deal with south of the border. But something like that could never happen here in New York, right? Well, our Ed Miller found out otherwise in tonight's Hard Target investigation.
Barry, we told you about the garment factories of Nicaragua, where some workers make less than 25 cents an hour. Now, to compete with that kind of cheap labor, hundreds of new sweatshops are springing up here in this country, in Brooklyn and in Chinatown, New York. 90% of them violate federal labor law.
Some call it America's secret shame. American sweatshops where many Chinese and Hispanic immigrants work for 10 to 12 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, for wages far below the legal minimum.
What are you doing here?
If workers complain about this place.
No.
Yes.
Workers claim they are virtual hellholes where you sew until you drop.
The pain from here to here, down here.
This woman claims to be crippled for life.
I'm scared. I cannot find another job.
Factory bosses usually refuse to pay for any on-the-job injuries, and since workers are almost always paid in cash, worker compensation laws are impossible to enforce.
The State Department, the Labor Department of the state of New York, they do not go there and do their job. They do not enforce the law.
New York State Assemblyman Felix Ortiz helped us to barge into dozens of sweatshops in Brooklyn and Lower Manhattan. Secret shanty-like factories completely off limits to a camera.
Are you the manager?
No, I'm not here.
Are you? Don't touch the camera. Don't touch the camera.
The factories are dirty with poor ventilation and no air conditioning. Workers are caged inside behind black windows and doors, frequently in violation of fire codes.
In case of a fire, how are they going to get out? How are they going to get out?
Inside, we find piles of clothing and boxes in the aisles, with the exits blocked by unfinished merchandise.
Don't you think this is a little dangerous in terms of fire code? Look at all this stuff piled up.
No, they're cleaning right now.
Can't get through.
Well, they're cleaning
Clothes
right
are
now.
piled up.
They're cleaning right now, you know.
Some factories, people are expected to work overnight, straight through 24 hours if they have to finish a rush job. And we say that, you know, it's really killing our people.
We'd like to thank New York State Assemblyman Felix Ortiz for helping us prepare this report. Ortiz is on a crusade against sweatshops because his own mother used to work in one. She died the night before we raided these factories, but those who know her say she would have been proud of her son for bringing these conditions to light.